Omaha's news leader, chronicling the stories and people making a difference in our community. This is KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle.
Well, it is essential for all of us to live. Housing. Good morning, I'm Julie Cornell. Thanks for joining us on Chronicle. Today we're taking a deeper dive into Omaha's housing market, what we're seeing from realtors and builders, and Omaha's effort to ensure access to affordable housing for the community. So for home builders, the last couple years haven't been a cakewalk. Last year we brought you stories about supply chain issues, interrupting the ability to build houses. At 2021, at one point, the cost of lumber had doubled from a year before. And today we welcome Brett Clark. He's president of the Metro Omaha Builders Association. Thanks for being here today with us.
Thank you. It's a privilege. Thank you.
What is the health of the housing market right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. The housing market is very strong. I would still consider it to be a seller's market. There's more buyers than there are homes. Obviously, with the increased interest rates, it does put a little bit more pressure and maybe makes people take a second look at what they can afford and what they should be purchasing. But overall, I would say that it's in a healthy position here in Omaha.
Right. We talk about housing starts as a sort of an economic indicator.
Yes.
How are we doing in Nebraska?
So in Nebraska, you know, things never really get super hot or super cold. It's a much better environment overall. The starts are still there. There's still a shortage of houses, and we still see a demand in various price points for new homes and new construction.
Where are we at with prices? How much more are we paying than we were, say, 5 years ago?
Yep, great question. So recently, as of about 2 weeks ago, the average home is about $30,000 more than it was. And so, again, depending on the price point, that can vary. But that does put quite a bit of pressure and changes the market for a lot of people.
Right. Does that push some out of the market into getting the house that they really wanted?
It does. So roughly for every $1,000 that a home increases in price, it will price about 1,000 people out. So just in the Omaha area with those numbers and with the increase, we're over 30,000 people then are unable to purchase a home.
So are they still renting? What is their situation then?
So that's a good question. They are they're staying where they are,
okay.
Whether that's renting or mini homes that people were looking to upgrade or a change of neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. They're simply just staying put, which again is continuing to limit the amount of homes on the market.
Sure. And lots of demand still.
The demand is still high, yes.
You're a home builder as well.
Yes.
Are you able to get windows and tile and all the things you need?
Yes, so we are. Windows, just as an example, when we were really suffering from supply chain issues, it would take 9 months to a year to get windows. So we went from a 3 or 4 week window to a year window. And now it's about 90 days, maybe 120 days.
Oh my goodness.
However, people are saying, oh, is it getting back to normal? And I think that is the new normal. So I think that we're going to see that be the standard. A lot of these companies have realized, oh, we don't have to have warehouses full of this product.
We can just make it as it's needed?
Correct.
Okay.
So the building community has adjusted to that, and we've put it into our schedules.
This is the way it is now.
That's if I had a crystal ball, I would guess that is what we're seeing.
So my guess is you're not probably churning out as many houses as you were before, and maybe higher quality?
Correct.
Taking more time and more expensive, right?
Correct. It has slowed down. Everything from supply to just getting the labor to do it has slowed, and those supply chain issues then affect the labor, and it's kind of a domino effect.
Tell me about that. You can't just get anyone to put in a window or lay tile.
Correct.
Where are these craftsmen?
So that is a great question. A lot of them kind of went into early retirement, I will call it, when things really slowed down and supply chain issues, really were an issue. I think a lot of them decided to kind of hang up the hat. The big thing that we support, not only at MOBA, but in kind of an industry nationally, is that entrance into the trades. So many of the younger people can get into the trades that, a lot of our finish carpenters, our tile installers, things like that are of, an older group. And so we're seeing them kind of age out of the workplace. So we're doing everything we can to encourage that younger generation to get into some of those trades.
You need those workers.
Desperately.
Right.
We do.
Are there any niche items that you're having a hard time getting? Garage door openers, anything, lighting fixtures?
So that's a moving target.
Okay.
As of right now, this morning, Hardware. So door hardware, hinges, cabinet handles.
Oh boy.
We have clients moving into homes with painter's tape on the cabinets to open. We have 3 of the 4 hinges on the door. So some of those little particular, more handmade items is really what we're seeing a hard time getting.
Right. Do you tell folks, look, you can have this, or we have this right now, this is in stock?
Yes, we do. Well, a lot of times when we go through selections, whether it's plumbing selection or electrical selections, our suppliers are presenting a few options, as not only to price point, but also timeline. Right. Again, though, because that's a moving target, what's available today, literally when we place orders, may not be available tomorrow. And so we're having to do a lot of kind of, we'll call it audibling at the line of scrimmage and substituting kind of as we go.
And you do custom homes, your company.
Yep, we do.
Has that slowed down at all?
So that honestly hasn't slowed down as much. So you get into some of these more expensive homes, and those people haven't been as affected. They're more in a position to wait. The interest rates aren't affecting them as much. They have more time to stay in their current home as they build. The new build isn't as dependent on their current home selling. Sure. So we haven't seen as much of a demand decrease as it is just really the supply of the products in the home has hurt us more.
That's true. Let's talk about the other end, the folks who are saving to buy that first house. Any advice for them?
So the home market, unlike, just like the stock market, is going to go up and it's going to come down. It is very seasonal as well. So typically in the springtime, the flowers are blooming, people are getting out, they want to move, it's exciting. As things taper in the fall, naturally, there are less
it's too cold,
builds.
I'm not going anywhere.
Correct. So I would just encourage people, especially in that first-time home buyer, one, to obviously watch the existing market.
Sure.
And 2 is as you're building, to watch those costs when there's less demand, to be more willing to...
Look in the fall and the winter, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Be willing to build out of season. The other thing that sometimes people are really worried about, we can't frame in the winter, or the lumber's going to get snow on it.
I think they can do anything in the winter, right?
Correct. In today's world, with the products that we put in homes, everything is built to, be able to live through the winter uncovered and things like that. So it's really not a concern on our end,
right?
As much as it is sometimes our homeowners, are worried about the rain or the snow.
Sure. And finally, what's one thing that all homeowners can do right now just to improve the value of their house?
So the quickest, easiest way is a fresh coat of paint, clean carpets, and having your home organized. And really, I leave it to the professionals with the real estate agents to give that advice. But that's the biggest thing I see is decluttering, a fresh coat of paint. It's cheap, it's easy. Many homeowners can paint their own house. It looks great. Whatever that trend or color of the year is, it's really easy to spruce up a house with a fresh coat of paint.
Very good. We really appreciate your insight and advice.
Of course.
Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, when we come back, new affordable housing projects are starting to crop up in Omaha. We talk with some of the folks who are leading the drive for better affordable housing in the metro. You're watching KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle.